That Golden Point thriller and that win over the Raiders, it sees the Warriors now head into a bye and then a very friendly final 5 rounds for them. They sit in third as we speak. Gus, they won't play a team ranked higher than 11th in those final 5 rounds. Are they top 4 certainties?
Absolutely. Having a great season. They're a funny side, the Raiders, aren't they? Like, normally the Raiders are out in front and someone will snatch it, they'll come from behind to beat them. Then you get a game where the Raiders were never in that contest. The Warriors dominated them the whole way. Suddenly they produce points at the back end and get back to 20 all, and I mucked it up in Golden Point. But they're a funny side, the Raiders. They were never in that game. The Warriors just absolutely dominated them. They're a funny side. I can't work them out, the Raider.
The ease of that draw, is that a good or bad thing heading into finals football? Do you like?
I don't know that it's great preparation for finals, but they haven't played finals since what, 2000 and...
They've been out for a while. It's the first thing I thought of too. Whether they have a run like that going into a semi-final series is great, but as Gus said, they haven't been there for a while. And look, I asked Gus last week what they can do. I think they're a smoky. I think it may even be Penrith from them in the grand final. If they'll finish top 4, then they get a home semi-final, and then if they win that, they get a prelim semi-final.
Yeah, what about if they finish top 2, and mathematically looks pretty tough at the moment because they're 2 wins behind your Panthers and your Broncos up there, but a home final, win that week 1, and then a home prelim. You're not leaving New Zealand.
That's what I mean. They're not leaving. They're not having to travel, and they are just so dominant at home. The crowd is right by. They're getting 25, 26, 27, 8,000 every time they play there.
It's the greatest home ground advantage in the competition.
Without doubt at the moment, for sure. And if they can get 2 semi-finals there to lead into a grand final, what an advantage it would be. And the question to Gus last week was, can they get there? And Gus sort of half agreed with me that they're going really, really well. I haven't said that their footy this year is a little bit boring. I never meant it was boring as in they're boring as crap, but they're so structured, which is something that you don't never associated with the Warriors team. They're normally flicking balls out their backside and fingers crossed it comes off. If it comes off, it's great. If it doesn't, well, that's the Warriors. We all know that. But they're so structured. They play such good football. It's simple football to me. They play like 3 forwards play, do a good backline movement. They get a good kick away. They're all playing their role. They all know their role really, really well. So the coach has done a fantastic job for them.
Is there anything that stands out from his methods, Andrew Webster's, Gus?
No, look, he's a very well-travelled coach. He's really done his apprenticeship over a long period of time. If you remember years ago, he was an interim coach for a short time there at the West Tigers before Ivan Cleary came in there, and Ivan took him out to Panthers, and he was a part of the great system out there, and he's just taken his trade elsewhere. And he's been in coaching for a long time, not just in this country, but other countries as well. So he's done his apprenticeship, and he's really got the Warriors firing. Now, Warriors too, remember what they went through during COVID and what they've done getting back home. And if any club thoroughly deserves success, it's them for what they've been through. And the country as well, to have a team like the Warriors in contention like they are. It's just a wonderful thing for the game and a great thing for them. And the management and the CEO, Cameron George, doing a wonderful job. Look how well promoted their home games are. Look how well attended. Look at the spectacular event that they put on. I just love it. I just absolutely love that the Warriors are doing what they're doing. Now, whether they can transform that into a premiership assault at the back end of the year, only time will tell. What I said last week was they haven't got to their peak yet. They seem to be building every week. There were times in that game the other night where they looked like premiership contenders. They were just totally obliterating the Raiders. They lost it a little bit late. They'll learn from that. And